Don't let your business hit the wall in 2020. Ride on board with a top team that crosses the line in P1. As a business owner, the fine line between success and failure is making smart decisions. One of the smartest decisions is hiring the right financial partner to help you run and grow your business. That's where KSDT CPA has got you covered. Whether it's taxes, audit, or consulting, KSDT is a full-service CPA and advisory firm that can handle all of your accounting and business needs to help you achieve all of your goals. Follow KSDT CPA on all of the social channels today, or go to ksdtcpa.com to find out more information. KSDT CPA is recognized by Forbes as one of America's top tax firms for 2020 and is a frequent sponsor of the Truck, Xfinity, and NASCAR Cup Series. Apologies about that.
No worries.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jason over here, Signature Esports. It's a pleasure to have everybody out there. I want to apologize. I was trying to play a video from Red Light Rebellion right there. I think the broadcast booth, of course, by Brandon over there, one of the directors for Red Light Rebellion. Get that worked out. We'll get those situations. We're going to play that tomorrow for you. But do me a favor. I'm going to put a link in the description of everything over here, and I want you guys to get out there and I want you to watch this video. Absolutely eye-opening. These guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure you go and check all of that out, of course, and give them a like and a follow out there. It is the Red Light Rebellion Kansas 300 qualifying right here live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And I'm also going to be joined in the broadcast booth by the 99's Papa Bear. That's going to be Joe Marinda. He's going to be taking some broadcast duties going forward, and we're going to have some fun with him. Qualifying is going to get underway here in just a moment. I know that we're getting some things worked out and some things situated, but we're definitely going to have a lot of fun. Qualifying is always the hardest part of the race, and then after that, you just get in there and race. Chris Bates is going to be the first up on the field, but before we do, I do want to give the introductions, of course. To Joe Marinda, who is working on making sure that iRacing is working, but also to Brandon himself. He's right here in the broadcast booth. Brandon Vales, Red Light Rebellion director. There he is. Brandon, how are you today?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing quite well. Trying to make sure that we get everybody loaded in and situated. But Red Light Rebellion, I'm gonna let these guys get ready and go, and they're gonna get their qualifying underway. But I want you to go ahead and just tell everybody what Red Light Rebellion is and what you guys do, and we'll start the conversation off with that as Chris Bates gets out there to qualify.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for super pumped to be a part of this and be on here at Red Light Rebellion. We do awareness and prevention for sex trafficking in the United States, specifically with students. Our kind of target audience is 7th to 12th graders, and yeah, we talk about what sex trafficking is, what it looks like, and how students can stay safe from it.
Well, I know as a father myself, it is
check.
Very gotcha, Joe. Live right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Joe Miranda's in here. Joe,
hey, how are you, Jason? It's good to be here this evening. Nice to see you guys.
You as well.
Hey,
you
Joe.
as well. Brandon was just telling us what Red Light Rebellion is. First lap for Chris Bates as he comes around at number 10. Pulls out. Of course, he's the first to qualify, so he's going to have the P1 time 30.29 on the scale right there. So he's going to get that second lap underway. 2 laps, it's an out lap. Then there's 2 laps they got to run. They come down and cool down on the backstretch, and then, a whole lot of pace car fun to be had. Chris Bates, of course, Mr. Donkey Bates. That's what I call him because Jim the donkey is his sponsor. Take that back. He's not his sponsor. It's his crew chief. Second lap for him as he comes around. Nice little flat 30.02 up there on the scale for him. We were talking about Red Light Rebellion, and we've had this kind of working in the mix right here for the last couple of weeks. In regards to Rowdy Motorsports, we want to give a big special thank you to Ken MacArthur out there. He'll put this together with all of it. You told me about how your organization works. Oh, looks like we got our second. It'll be Brandon Banks, the number 88. He's going to go out there and qualify. Hey, speaking of Red Light Rebellion, there you go. Red Light Rebellion all over that Rowdy, number 88.
Looking sharp.
A lot of the drivers out there ready to show their support for this amazing cause as one of the round of 8 drivers for the SECS playoffs. He's going to be out there driving right now. I was going to pull into my segue here. What results does your organization achieve? Basically, how does your program improved, or how has it gained, faced struggles over the last, especially over the big pandemic, the bad C word that we are not allowed to say. How have the struggles been trying to educate young people, since that's the biggest focus of your group?
Yeah, man, it has been a game changer for us for sure. We do mainly in-person presentations. We'll be in a student's classroom anywhere from 1 day to 5 full days, depending on the teacher's availability. And the way we do in person, we are talking about something that's usually really depressing, and we're hanging out with students, and we enjoy hanging out with young people. So we really try and talk about bringing hope and empowerment to an issue like this. And our kind of thought on the prevention piece is giving students the tools, the information and knowledge to not only keep themselves safe, but to leverage the influence they have on each other to keep their friends safe. So we bring a PA system into classrooms that I've used for groups of 500 people. So it's a little bit overkill in a classroom of 35 kids, but it definitely makes a statement. And the in-person experience is like nothing else that students have in the classroom. Man, it's crazy. I was literally just at O'Reilly's yesterday, and a student that we presented to was working there. He was like, "Oh yeah, you were in my class like 4 years ago." And it was really cool just to that he just even kind of remembered what I looked like from some like random presentation that he had in his high school experience. But that's something about it like stuck out. And so with shifting it to digital, that's something that we've always been like, man, we will never do videos because it is not even close to the same in-person experience that we can create. But that has not been an option for us.
It's definitely been a change in the factors. I can understand that for sure.
And so
Joanne MacArthur is out there. She's giving you some love. She says hello to you, of course, as well.
Hey, Joni.
Brandon Banks is in the pole position real quick. Right now, Josh Klinger is out there, the number 17 Black Horse Auto Transport Chevy Z01. So Brandon Banks ran 28.88 right there, or 29.88 right there. So better than 14/100ths of a second as Josh Klinger tacks on a P3 of 30.370. As you were saying, the transfer right there is going to be one of those harder factors to play in. I mean, I went from being an in-person digital media company to doing esports, so I can sympathize when it comes to doing that. But you guys have actually sent me a lot of tools, some links, some interviews that you've done in the past. Josh Klinger pulls out a 29.976, good for a P2 right there. But you guys absolutely have given the spectrum of tools and of information that actually I found very useful, because being a parent myself, I wanted to make sure that I can have the information for my kids if it's needed, and plus have the awareness if something like this were to happen.
And that's really, it's interesting. I think when I first kind of once my wife and I got married, she's the one that started Red Light Rebellion, and once it kind of became something we did together, I was kind of like, okay, so what does awareness actually do? Like, we're not rescuing girls, we're not like taking care of them afterwards, so like what's actually happening? And it's so interesting. I remember hearing a quote that says, nothing happens just because of awareness, but nothing can happen until we're aware. And so it really is just kind of that first step into taking action. And with students, we talk about what sex trafficking is, what it looks like, how to stay safe. And then if we're in the classroom for the rest of the 4 days, we just dive straight into kind of some resiliency and mental health pieces that really build just safety around themselves and give them the tools and knowledge to not only like stay safe from sex trafficking, but to actually pursue a life that they want to, that they can be successful in.
I completely gathered that that's going to be pertinent to, if anybody can take anything from this from heart, is I completely agree with you. Nothing can be done without awareness. So Lawson Peel completes his first lap right there, the number 25. He's done a fantastic job all season long to continue to push the boundaries of, he wasn't able to make the playoffs due to qualifying issues or to commitment issues, but he is definitely one of those guys that we've seen running the top. Right now, though, his second lap, best lap of the night for him, is going to get him a P2 current position, 29.944. Just kind of one of those things that I wanted to ask you, and we're gonna see you guys again tomorrow. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it. But I told you that I'm a big advocacy for mental health and for the Alliance of mental health, trying to make sure that people have outlets to be able to do it, and young people, of course, being that they're the future of the world for us. What are some telltale signs? Just simple things for folks. I think we worded it before as like hot spots for activity in your field. But what should people look out for? Let's just some quick tips on how to be aware in public of something that might happen.
Yeah, I'll preface it actually just with this piece of really honestly just following your gut. I think it's sometimes we undervalue just that gut instinct of seeing something and just thinking, oh, there's something like weird about that, even though there's not anything like officially like wrong that you're logically piecing together, but there's something that instinctually you kind of like almost like just notice. And that is honestly like one of the a huge piece of it. And so some of the like warning signs specifically that we give for students is the red flags of a victim of sex trafficking and then red flags of a pimp. There's some specific warning signs that students, adults, and parents can look out for to keep young people safe. And definitely for some of the red flags of a victim would be like any sort of tattoos or brands, multiple cell phones, like a sudden change in behavior, using like a different kind of language and terminology, like that is a part of kind of the pimping and prostitution lifestyle. Some of the words that get used are pimps use are to create kind of this family dynamic within the girls that he's pimping. And so whether it's they're calling each other wifey, wife-in-law, sister-in-law, and he's the daddy and they're a family is kind of like some of the pieces that go into the brainwashing that happens. And definitely, especially if it's someone that you know, whether it's your child or a friend, there's the having a relationship that you can ask questions in is for sure the biggest thing, especially for parents. Like one of the vice detectives that we've worked with, her 13 years in working sex trafficking cases, she her perspective is she told us that the main issue that allows sex trafficking to happen is the breakdown of the family. And so that's where and so pumped to connect with you, Jason, and just to be on here with a bunch of other guys and gals that I'm sure to some capacity have their own families, and being able to invest in your family is for sure the best sex trafficking prevention.
So yeah, definitely pay attention. That's something that you got to make sure that you're doing as a parent all the time. But don't see the disinterest in it, and make sure that you pay attention to what's going on around with your kids. That's what I try to do, at least. If anybody wants to take any advice from this old guy, but all right. Update on the qualifying results right now. The number 45 of Eddie Hawks. He has proven that he can run fast times around here. Just 100th off of the current pole sitter, Brandon Banks. Jesse Priest is out there qualifying right now. First lap for him. He came through, was a 30.246. And the second lap for him as he comes through. Not a bad lap. 29.970. So that's going to put him in that third place position. Rocker T out there on YouTube. Appreciate it. Giving Sean, I bet that's Conklin getting some love out there. All right, so how if somebody wants to tell people where you're located and how people can get a hold of you, we want to definitely give that information out if they need you. I know that you're out of Arizona, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
And tell folks how they can get a hold of you and where they can find the resources, and first and foremost how they can support Red Light Rebellion, because I tell you what, it's very impactful. We already have things up in place. Make sure that if you're reading the description out there in any of those, go buy one of those T-shirts. We have 100 of them, but 2 of them have already sold. So you guys might as well get out there and buy those T-shirts. Support Red Light Rebellion, and we're going to donate the proceeds to you guys as well. But tell them how to get a hold of you, where they can find resources to talk to you. We're going to be having a more lengthier conversation tomorrow. Qualifying is kind of not as long as what we're going to do, but we're going to have yourself and Brianna on again tomorrow during the live race during the broadcast. So, but yeah, definitely give everybody that information, and we'll see. We're going to kind of bid you a farewell for a little while.
Yeah, definitely any of our social media. Brianna and I respond to that directly, and then email as well to info@Red Light Rebellion is a great way to get a hold of us. And then as far as donation, we and actually real quick too, I just wanted to give again a huge shout out to Kim MacArthur and Joni and Rowdy Motorsports again for sponsoring us allowing us to be the sponsor in this. And just for Ken and Joni's support of us too, we actually operate off private donors for the most part, and it's allowed us to be able to not charge schools for this. And so we're super grateful for them and our support team that's allowed us and can really take credit just as much for what we do as what we do, because they're the ones that are making it possible. So with that, our donate page, I think you have a link to it too, Jason, but it's just redlightrebellion.org/donate.
Fantastic. Well, I will tell you what, Brandon, we're going to bring you back in tomorrow. We're going to talk at the beginning of the broadcast and probably halfway through the broadcast tomorrow as well during the Red Light Rebellion Kansas 300. You're getting it kicked off right. You're going to have the round of 8 race 1. So that's third race before the end of the championship. So you guys are getting, hopefully we can get you that extra exposure. We want to make sure that we support not only all the sponsors that we do, but all the causes that we can. Speaking of which, I want to make sure that we talk about mental health and mental health awareness and everything else. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. If you know somebody or yourself needs to talk, call 1-800-273-8255. Remember, that is the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It's 1-800-273-TALK. And, of course, all of the information is in the description of the broadcasts. Make sure you go give Red Light Rebellion a like and a follow. They have such a great cause. Brandon, I look forward to speaking to you and Brianna tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jason.
Absolutely. What a wonderful cause, everybody. Red Light Rebellion, RLR, Kansas 300. Qualifying is already interesting. It's stuck within hundreds of seconds of each other. And as Zach Camella comes
Qualifying
around.
already?
Yeah, we're qualifying already. I tell you what, Camella is 30.368 on his. He's that's just his lap 1. We're through 8 drivers right now. And I tell you what, Brandon Banks still holding on to that 29.88 up there. Hawks right off of that. We've watched Robert Parrott, another Red Light Rebellion driver out there. That's what I'm going to call them all that have that on there. Oh, Camella, look at that.
No,
he takes the pole position right there. 29.864 for him. Go ahead.
That's some serious skill going there when it's coming down to thousandths of a second. Just trying to find that sweet spot, that perfect line through the tri-oval.
Oh, it's perfect. I mean, Camella just did it. His second lap was a blistering lap right there, letting him come around, cool down. Next driver coming out here in just a moment. We're going to take a look at it. Oh, actually, I was going to take a look at it. He kind of went a little bit further than I expected. Kevin Hayes, the number 42, he's going to be out there. Now, as Kansas starts to cool down, some think it gets faster, but it depends on the line that you run, of course. Marsha Thompson, thank you very much for purchasing a Red Light Rebellion t-shirt. We absolutely appreciate that out there. I'm making sure that if it comes across and it shows me, I want to make sure that I give the shout-outs where shout-outs are due. So that's a t-shirt purchased out there. Thank you very much.
So now I think I got my timelines messed up because I thought we were rolling 7:20. I have to get my clock right.
Oh, yes, Eastern. Yes, we have to go off Eastern. You and I are in the Midwest. So you're absolutely, you're perfectly fine. Yeah, we're at 6:20 Eastern. For those who don't know, Mr. Joe Miranda, who is down here now broadcasting with me, you are the 99's father.
Yes, the number 99, Mario Miranda, hopefully the future quick driver, Mario Miranda, we're hoping for.
That's what we are hoping for that. I'm hoping for that as well, because I would like to see that guy get what he wishes for. Quick Trip, I know that you have some pull out there in the world, and we're gonna keep hashtagging Quick Trip in all of our posts because Mario sent you messages, I've sent you messages. I've reached out for all the drivers. You can sponsor Signature Esports, and then we'll just throw it on all the cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Kevin Hayes, the number 42, brings his lap around. Good for right there where he was at, the ninth driver of the qualifying session, 30.094.
Jason, we could call it the Quick Trip Cup.
We could, absolutely could. The Quick Trip Cup, and then we do like those things. We like being able to give everybody any kind of exposure. The 70 of Chris Progar is going to be up next. There is that Ford ready to run his 2 laps out there. you guys get the opportunity, make sure that, of course, you thank all of our sponsors and everybody else that's going on. While ProGuard does his thing and completes his out lap, we're going to take a small little commercial break, and I'll be right back with you. Lap 1 for the number 70. There he is. He's going to make his time to shine. Chris Progar throws down a 30.166 on his first lap, trying to chase that pole position in that Ford Mustang. Brian Crocker, Red Light Rebellion, is an advocacy for the awareness of sex trafficking. They're located in Arizona. Those guys have some great information out there for young people, and that's who they try to reach out to. As a lap 2 for Mr. Progar gives him a P6 position, 29.964. Make sure you go
I'm really
check that out.
pleased that we have a. Oh, I'm going to step on you there.
You're good. You're good. Go out there and check all of that stuff out there. We want to make sure that we give them as much exposure as possible. So go and give them a big old like and follow on Facebook. We will update the description in there as well and tag Red Light Rebellion in the session so that way you guys will be able to have it. But Red Light, 2 words, Rebellion, Rebellion. Look for that logo on the top left of your screen. Anyway, go for it, Joe. How is life going for you right now? Are things being treated nicely?
Well, we're doing well out here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That fall weather's coming in. You're in the Midwest too, so the leaves are looking pretty good right now.
Oh, it's beautiful out. It was it was a brisk 42 today, but I'm okay with 42.
We had that earlier in the week. Today we itched up into the 70s just barely, and it's just a nice time of year, to be in the Midwest. And I'm just so happy to be a part of the broadcast with Red Light Rebellion on board, because during the week I myself am a mental health professional, and I have done my share of counseling on PTSD victims, and it's really good time to be aware. It's also Substance Abuse Awareness Month right now.
Absolutely, and we want to make sure that we reach as many as possible. And part of the reason people ask me all the time, why did I choose to do esports broadcasting whenever the bad word happened and all this stuff changed over to where we were having to completely socially distance. And it was because I wanted to be able to give an awareness. I mean, we all grew up with video games or some kind of form of technology, and I was in the military. And as I was in the military, we watched a lot of suicide happen across the military. So I've kind of taken both stances, is where I'm trying to be a factor to let people get out there and communicate and be a part of a community that I love, which is the gaming community and the media community, but at the same time bring awareness to causes such as the Stop 22, Red Light Rebellion, sex trafficking movement. I mean, we want to make sure that we stand up for as many causes and make a big impact. And what better way to do that than to help others achieve their goals of doing that as well.
I agree. The biggest power is in awareness and education. I love that they go to the schools and start this at an early age. I think Rinker just came across the line there with a, we got a 29.8.
A 29.869 off by one 1/10,000th of a second, according to my relative over there. You see the flat zeros right there, and that boy was flat cooking.
Yeah, he looked really nice through there. Rinker, I think, is a pretty consistent qualifier, if memory serves me correctly.
Rinker does very well. I believe he's got one pole position. I don't have that screen up. I've got so many screens up. It's funny. Oh, double trebles out there. The 00 Kato Z Glassworks of Brian Dublé, the double treble 00. There he is.
I thought of the perfect sponsor for Dublé, Double Bubble Gum.
Double Well, so Kara is probably like between Kara and Cody Kinsey, Cody Kinsey's at better half, Kayla. They're like the cheerleaders of all Signature Esports everything.
I've chatted with Kayla in the Facebook chat before.
I tell you what, and they're the ones that they asked for a Facebook group for Signature Esports called the Better Halves, and I was like, sure, no problem, and they just taken it and run with it. But Kara, I call them Double Trouble because they're both Double Trouble. You got both of them. You got Brian and you got Kara, and they're both absolutely amazing. Joanne, you're absolutely amazing. Thank you. If you guys could tag them in there and just keep mentioning them, keep sharing it out there, start the watch parties. I want to make sure Red Light Rebellion gets all the exposure that they can. Each and every one of you do that for them. I tell you what, Brandon and Brianna, they've been wonderful to talk to over the last couple of days. As Mr. Dublé, 29.936, and you see the distance between he and the Lawson Peel that was right there behind him. So fantastic. Who's going to be up next? Let's see.
I think the order got shifted around a little bit from my list here.
I think it did too. I know that we had some drivers move around, some things moving in and out. But right now, Joe Sanchez, who drives the 55, is now driving the Ecolab 14. He had his vehicle load in incorrectly. He selected the wrong vehicle, but he's going to have to. He's got this Ford now, so he's going to get out there and qualify. We're going to see what he does. Joanne, you're amazing. Absolutely. Yeah, I will. Getting an thank you. They are wonderful. They are absolutely wonderful. They've been a pleasure to talk to get to know. They've given me resources as a parent that I couldn't ask for. It's immeasurable the amount of information that you can get from people who do what they do. So, especially in something like this, it takes a lot of guts to be advocates of a cause like this.
It does. It most certainly does. It takes a lot of fortitude and focus, I would think.
Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely agree. Joe Sanchez, 30.330 on his FFA Ford.
Last couple of weeks, Jason, Sanchez has been kind of a force to be reckoned with, working on, getting his, working towards that first win. He's always been right up there with the front runners like Lawson Peel and Mario. He does a good job.
He's been winning in the truck series for the SETS truck series. Sanchez, though, he says, here's your pole position, 29.863 by 1/1000th of a second over Zach Camella. And so now he's going to go park the corn cob in pit road.
At the differential between the top 11 drivers. This is insane.
20, yeah, we're talking 1/10 of a second. Kevin Hayes is the only one that's just a little bit off. Jake Elrod, the number 14, Oceanside Cleaner driver, Black Horse Auto Transport, another playoff driver out there. I had the list updated in the overlay timing, but they're supposed to change the board for them so that way it shows who's a playoff driver, who's not a playoff driver. Joe Sanchez, a playoff driver. Zach Rinker is as well. As things are.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get a blue or some kind of highlight or green highlight over the playoff driver.
Yeah, I had it working, and then I made some adjustments, and apparently I didn't load that back in there. So that will be updated tomorrow. You'll be able to see who is in the playoffs. But one way you can tell who's in the playoffs, right there on the number 14 on the black tail fin, or the back tail fin, and the splitter and the overhead, you see the red round of, well, it should say round of 8 on the side of it now, but that is a playoff driver right there. Good old fantastic fun you can only ask for right here at Signature Esports. Lap 2, 30. I'm sorry, that's going to be lap 1 for Elrod. He started at the back of pit road, so that's the reason why you see a 2-minute 31 second. 30.813. That's going to be his first lap, and they have to get up to speed and carry through. So we're going to see what kind of line. He's running a mid line right here across Kansas. High line is the fast line at nighttime, but these guys they're definitely seeing the change in where they're going.
Jason, it looked like he was trying the high line going into 1 and 2, like he was experimenting. I don't know if he was looking for grip or what was going on with him there.
Well, on the back of 4, and from what I remember driving this course, it's one of my favorite ones. As we're getting ready for Matt Jorgensen, the number 80, to come out and qualify. The high line has on turn 4 has a dip down, and so when it's a downhill decline. Once you make that downhill decline, then you're going to be able to carry speed. But when you're making your qualifying lap, the one that you want to be the fastest, you have got to get down to that white line. You got to hug it, no matter if it's daytime or nighttime. That's the fastest way around the track, is the shortest, fastest line. But when you're in the draft, when you're racing, that high line becomes faster because you gain that extra speed over time as tire wear and things become an effect. That low line is what actually changes what is faster on this track. And plus, the more grip that you put up on the high line, the faster or the more stable it's going to be. Matt Jorgensen completed his hot lap. He is ready to get going. And a whole lot of fun to be had. Joe,
it's a fun time when you're going racing.
Oh, absolutely. I love racing. Are you kidding me? That's wonderful. I do a lot of it. Oh, speaking of which, we're going to be off for a couple of weeks during the holiday break. We're going to have Real Racing Online this week. I believe we've got the Midwest Days of Thunder up this next week. But this Friday, we have the Road Series. We just have a couple of broadcasts throughout the Thanksgiving and holiday weekends, but I tell you what, we are going to be back and stronger than ever. We got some playoff races and some things finishing up between Thanksgiving and Christmas, some championships to give out. And then after that, we're going to be into season 2 of the the Signature Esports and the Signature NASCAR series, where we're going to have the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup series. Matt Jorgensen's lap, it was a good one, 29.910, just 26 1,000ths of a second off of Brian Dublé right there. My goodness.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow night with these times. This is going to be very, very interesting.
SECS standings. Let's go, and we're going to take a look, and I'm going to go through our drivers here.
And while you're pulling that up, I got to say, Jason, kudos on the road racing series. We love to watch road racing here in the Miranda household, and that's been some exciting racing to watch.
You know, for the first couple of races, I was like, man, I hope it goes really well. We went from Eric Schaefer blinking in and out just a little bit right there. He's been working on getting his stuff situated, but he's definitely improved his speeds. But the road racing, the Signature Esports Road Series has been pretty good, and I've been impressed. Eric Schaefer coming around to complete his first lap, and not only that, but we went from the IMSA style, which is what we're working on going back to just having the GTEs out there, just having those guys go out there, run that specific model, and see how the racing is going to be this week.
So are you going to be going back to the IMSA regulation GTLM cars?
Yes. Yeah,
gotcha.
That's over time. That's kind of what we're just working our way back to that. We're going to get this first road series up and going, and then we're going to have a progressional series as well, just like we do with the NASCAR series, where you have to earn your way, basically drive your way into being in a higher series. Mario Marina and Wayne Lowe, Joe Sanchez, Josh Klinger, Zach Rinker, Brandon Banks, Jake Elrod, Shane Wyatt. That's going to be your round of 8 drivers right now. Mario Marina 4 wins on the season. Wayne Lowe has a win. Joe Sanchez a pole. He's been doing good things with that. Eric Schaefer throwing down 29.968 on his lap, and what a lap it was.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I think like because Roswell Harlow is dominating poles on the season with 8, and Mario right behind him with 6, if memory serves. Reading the little stat machine here.
Good old Roswell Harlow doing a great job. There is the 97, Ken MacArthur, the guy that put all this together today, the Red Light Rebellion, Rowdy Motorsports, Chevy, Camaro ZL1. Red Light Rebellion again. Make sure you go to redlightrebellion.org /donate to donate to the cause over there. Go to signatureesports.com. Click the shop page. Look for that Red Light Rebellion and Signature Esports crossover shirt. You'll be able to see that up there. And proceeds from that shirt will go directly to Red Light Rebellion. Do appreciate each and every one of you for doing what you're doing out there. Bradley.
Yep, just saw that. Bradley in the chat.
There it is. Throwing all that stuff up there. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate you. Thank you to all the purchases out there. You guys are kicking butt, taking names. 2 more shirts sold, so we're up to 4. We've got 96 left, guys. Come on, go buy a shirt. For $25 plus shipping.
MacArthur get half a second off the pace there on that first lap.
Well, half a second. That's what and you saw what he did. He ran the higher line, and now, as he comes down to that turn 4 exit, he's not using the upper banking. He's going to stay as low as possible. So his lap 2 is going to be a lot faster. And it does. I mean, he is right there on par with everybody. 29.935 for the 97, the Red Light Rebellion Chevy Camaro ZL1, kicking butt, taking names.
What's up?
Alrighty, as he comes down and cleans it up, next car is going to come out. That's going to be the 56. Drinking Bros Racing, number 56 of Michael Newbrow. There he is. He was in the round of 12. He made it all the way to the round of 12 and just came up 1 position short last week of making it into the round of 8. But I tell you what, Drinking Bros Racing, a big supporter of Signature Esports. They pretty much have sponsored everything.
Drinking Bros, good group of guys. You know, it's interesting, this playoff format, it really can come down to a single position. Everything can weigh on a one single position.
From points to where you finish, how somebody who's going to finish ahead of you. It's like for the championship, the round of 4, which is just going to be Homestead Miami Speedway for us. You just have to beat one of the 4 drivers to win the championship, and that's what matters at that particular moment. Of course, you want to go out and you want to win the race, but I mean, realistically, if the other 3, if two of the 4, say they're on pit road for half the race, and you're just mano a mano with one driver, and all you got to do is finish ahead of that one driver.
Yep. And even, in the real world, just seeing in NASCAR, how about, Kevin Harvick with 9 wins on the season and then just having an abysmal round of 8.
Just one race is all it takes. And the winning you're in format now, the Cup Series that we have, the eNASCAR. Oh, Newbrow, he did come across. He got his lap in. He tags the wall. Man. He didn't send the helicopter.
To the backup car.
He didn't. He didn't send it for the helicopter award. But Newbrow.
Yeah, he did not quite complete the rotation there for the helicopter.
Newbrow gets a 29.979. So everybody pretty well under the 30 mark. Pit lane busy as the number 12 of Sean Conklin, one of the youngest drivers I've seen in this series. He's going to be out there running his laps here in just a moment. He's got his patriotic scheme still out on there, which is really cool. I like it. We had Veterans Day last week. That's going to be the that's going to be a lot of the schemes that we see, and I just like it whenever they keep them on there. You might as well just keep them on there all day long.
Absolutely love the Veterans Day schemes. I love, it's also, it's always my favorite time of year, Memorial Day weekend as well, when the patriotic paint schemes come out.
Absolutely. Bradley Dunson says style points for saving it for Nubra out there. Kara, you're absolutely wonderful. I thank you too. Kara,
500 stars.
Nice. I can't see the stars today, folks. Facebook did some things. I had to change my stuff out there where I had to go and change my password, because when you get that influencer status and they start, people start saying you're you and they're not you and all that stuff, then you have to change your password to 7,000 characters so that way people can't hack you. Someone tried to hack my Facebook is what I'm saying. Stop trying to hack my stuff. Anywho, somebody tried to hack my Facebook password and they shut down all the notification stuff for the overlays and stuff like that I do. So I've been going back and changing all my passwords. And actually, I went back and changed all my passwords. I just have to relink everything. So if you're out there donating stars, I appreciate it. I can't see it right now. I don't have that updated, but I will definitely give my special thanks. And you guys always get that big old heart. I wish they would let you have a custom emoji. Sean Conklin's lap 1 was a good lap. Lap 2, not bad at all. Here he is, a 29.904. He was trying to track down that pole position, but he comes
close, thousandths of a second.
Comes up P6 on the market right there. Yeah, man, so close. The Canadian, he's coming out. If you give Dan Fowley a logo, I promise it'll be on his car. Red Light Rebellion all over the SCTV car of the number 63, Dan Fowley. The man runs all my logos, and I love it.
It's almost kind of a retro scheme when you look at his number font. Looks like, reminds you of the old school modifieds when I was growing up.
Yeah, the man he keeps it simple, stupid. That's what he does. That's what he says to me. He's like, you can either keep it stupid simple or you can keep it simple stupid. And I said, you know what? I'm okay with that. He reminds me, when you talk to Dan, it's like talking to I think he and I are not far off on age, but when you talk to him, it's like talking to that John Wayne-esque. Oh man, like it's like talking to Christopher Walken and John Wayne at the same time. It's perfect. The man just it's so, and he has so much to say that's nice. So it's so weird. It's like I
just pictured a guy on a cowboy hat and horse asking for more cowbell. Pretty much. But at the same time, the man can drive. Lap 1 for him. It says lap 2, but it's not lap 2. Lap 1 for him was a 30.078, and he was fast around there that time. So let's see what he got here. Man, 30 flat, 30.0001, 30.0001. Man, see that a bunch of times fast. All right, the Canadian, he's not far off. Dan Fowley, 17th. All within. If you would have told me that a 0.13 would separate first and 17th, I would probably have laughed a little bit. Yeah, I didn't think we would see it this tight.
Fast Lane Racing League number 34. There is Wayne Lowe, Wayne Chariot. There's a playoff driver for you. That man is probably one of the best pushers in the series. I hope that I loaded that in. Please tell me I did. No, I didn't. Man,
What'd you do?
iRacing and I are going to have words. I have track packs for the cars, so that way they're supposed to be able to load in. When we did everything, when somebody tried to hack my accounts, I even had to reinstall iRacing. I wanted to make sure that everything was clean. Nobody had any of my information. And when I reinstalled iRacing, All my camera packs are gone. Oh, I have to redo it again.
Frustrating.
Very frustrating, but that's okay because it's all fixed now, and we're updated. We updated the VPN that we have, and I have some extra security measures. Wayne Lowe, Wayne Chariot, 30.384 for his first one. But on the back of his car, it references Fast Lane Racing League, which is a if you're disabled or if you're handicapped or if you're a special needs driver or sim racer out there, if you want to be a part of that, or if you're with that, or have something that you know somebody that has a disability. I'm watching this, and I'm watching frame rates, making sure everything's going good because we had a blink right there. Wanted to make sure everything was good. Anywho, second lap for Wayne Lowe, who is fast inside the top 10, 29 at 916. Fast Lane Racing League. Go look for them on iRacing because they are the perfect group for the drivers who are out there that, you know, they don't want to be bullied, or if they want to be with people, be around folks that drive either similar styles or have the knowledge of how to get somebody involved that has a disability, or maybe they have a handicap that prevents them from using traditional equipment. Well, that league right there is perfect for all of them. So go check them out. Fast Lane Racing League. It's FRL. Find them on iRacing, and go talk to them because they are absolutely a great bunch of guys and drivers and gals. I think just everybody all over the place. The Navy vet turned vet. He was in the Navy, and then now he is out there running that number 86 around the course. He is a veterinarian and has his own practice. Absolutely wonderful guy. That is Douglas.
Vet.
Yeah, he's a vet, double vet. That's what I think that's what they said, a double vet. Douglas Carlson, the number 86. And this entire time, haven't been popping up their driver info. Man, oh man. I'm slacking today. I just.
Now, is it me, or I have not seen a Toyota come out yet?
Man. You know what? Let's see. No Toyotas just yet that I see. No, not a single Toyota yet. Right there on the qualifying grid for you. Sanchez still up top. Here's the gap from the drivers. Douglas Carlson, second lap. Man, he was fast on the first one. Fast on the second one. 29.966. Good for a P14. Man, here's the gap from the drivers right there. Jeez, oh, Pete. Douglas going to cool down on the backstretch. Pit lane getting busy. I think Tony Kivett's coming out. Here he is. There's the Jack and Coke number 4 of Tony Kivett. Drinking Bros Racing. Out there kicking butt.
An idea, Jack and Coke.
Hey, you know what? That's when you're in there driving with him, he's got we have hotkeys that we set up to do things with, and so
right.
You press a button on your steering wheel, and it'll put up, it'll throw up a yellow or clear blank flags for drivers or something like that. Or you can put it where it actually types something for you, and his says Jack and Coke.
I love it.
Kayla Williams out there, thank you very much for any of the new viewers. Be sure to come join Signature Esports and the SIG Esports Better Halves page. They get to dog all the drivers and all of the esports, and they get to laugh with me whenever I'm streaming really late. Trying to learn new games that I probably shouldn't be playing because I'll have a heart attack. I did the training mission on Phasmophobia, 30.338 for Tony Kivett, and I was frustrated because it didn't tell me that the mission was done, and apparently it wasn't supposed to. Apparently you're supposed to just figure it out. Come on, explain it to me.
Oh, that's nice.
Explain it to me. I want to be explained to.
Trial by fire.
That's pretty much what it is. You got to get in there and learn. So I'm going to get a bunch of these guys over here Cody Kinsey's about to get his butt kicked when this is over. That's funny. Oh, look at Kevin. Nice job. Good for a P9. 29.925 inside the top 10. He's going to bump Ken MacArthur down a spot as pit lane was getting busy. Who's up next? Somebody. Anybody.
We ended up splitting the server, perhaps?
Somebody blew up. Somebody's supposed to be coming out. Who's coming out next? I can't see you. Here's Tony Kivett coming down pit road. He was parked on the backstretch. What's going on there? Pit lane? I hear a car. I just can't see a car. Oh, there's a car. Here he comes. Warming up the tires. Which car is it? Anybody?
I think that was Kivett coming to his pit box.
Yeah. I hear somebody, though. I have no drivers. Who's coming? Let's see. All done, says Big Shave. That's everyone. Okay, well, that's it. I guess that's it. We, Mario Miranda, Shane Wyatt. Didn't see those guys out there.
What happened there?
Lane Bullock, Roswell Harlow. Didn't see those guys. We're missing a few drivers out there for qualifying. Well, goodness gracious, that's going to change some stuff. And things happen in Discord. Oh, they're going to explain it to us. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of it. So that's it. Joe Sanchez is going to be your pole sitter through the top 10. Camella, Rinker, Banks, Hawks, Conklin, Jorgensen, Lowe, Kivett, and MacArthur. That's going to be your top 10 through it. And, Joe, we're going to have a good race tomorrow. Red Light Rebellion to Kansas 300. It's going to be 8:20 Eastern, 7:20 Standard. Right here, Central.
It's going to be a good time. Kansas is a good track for some three wide racing. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I like Kansas. This is my favorite track, and it's not far from us over here. So, us Missouri folk down there in Oklahoma. Well, congratulations to Joe Sanchez on the pole here at Kansas Red Light Rebellion. Make sure you go and you support them. redlightrebellion.org/donate. Link is in the description. Make sure you go buy one of their T-shirts. I want our staff to be printing those like crazy. Kansas is a wrap, and we're going to be back again tomorrow. Remember, 8:20 Eastern, 7:20 Central. Joe, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Jason, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Cup Series, out.